Good morning, everyone. Friday the 29th. I'm finally back. I've been told that horseguards will be opening today. But, ever the skeptic, there's only one way of finding out, isn't there? Getting on the street early to see. That, ladies and gents, tragically, is Admiralty Arch. Why tragically? Because it's half covered. Why is it half covered? Because the final stage of its conversion is ongoing. It's going to be a Waldorf Astoria. Yeah, would you believe? London's newest and probably, in all likelihood, most expensive hotel. Why? Because it's the only hotel in London that has direct views over Buckingham Palace. I mean, yeah, you're going to need a pretty powerful telescope to see the palace, but hey, you know they're going to be rinsing those expensive suites and advertising, palace views, even though, to be fair, they're not really palace views. Even with a telescope, you struggle to see anything interesting. Anyway, Horseguards Road. I have no idea, folks, what we are going to find. I am completely in the dark, and I mean that in all honesty. I do know that the guard is back today. Okay, the Kingsguard will be back here on duty this morning. I also know that it's the lifeguards that will be here on duty this morning, riding over from Hyde Park, realistically. 10:30, 10:45, the usual time to get here for 11. Now, there is a guard, as there has been for the entire duration of the closure. There is a guard here, and that guard at the moment will be the Blues and Royals. Now, I'm walking around the corner here in trepidation because I have no idea if the back is open or closed. Absolutely no idea, but it's looking as though it might well be open. How's about that? It's very early, so I would have expected it to be open. I'd be very surprised were it not. That said, I still can't quite see whether they've heaved open the gates. It's not easy to see from a distance. There's an old fellow walking across, old boy just like me, who seems pretty sure. So either he has a military ID and he's going to go straight in, or it is actually open again. A glorious crunchy noise. Haven't heard that crunch for a while, folks. Oh, there's our lovely bell. How about that? Yes. And if that wasn't exciting enough, in the background you can hear drums. Why can you hear drums? Well, rehearsals. That will be the household division rehearsing over at Wellington Barracks. So it's all happening, guys. And what time is it? Wait, let me actually have a quick look. 9:15, I think. Now we've got Big Ben in the distance. Yes, can you hear it? That's Big Ben. I hope that the microphone picks it up. Pretty faint. Don't forget, we're about half a mile, give or take, from Parliament Square. Here we have the old Admiralty building, guys, as you've seen many times before. Anyone that hasn't seen it before, this was the Naval HQ for a long time. Now, rather boringly, it's the Department for Trade and Industry. Yawn. Yeah, so full of civil servants, fundamentally. Okay, so what will we find today? Let me tell you a few things that I do know, okay? The majority of the work that was taking place here was to the guard room, okay? Massive upgrade to the optics, to the CCTV, to the cabling, etc. What does that mean? It means that we are not going to go in through the tunnel and be like, whoa, it's incredible, okay? I can tell you that already because I was here a few days ago, okay? When it was closed, I was here, I was inside having a good look around. Rather kindly, I was invited in to have a look. And yes, there are noticeable improvements, but they're minor. They're largely aesthetic. But the actual upgrade is something that I can't show you guys. It's the guard room, and that is something that isn't obviously open to the public for, security as well as other common sense reasons. So what we will see, couple of things. There's a trooper, the first trooper, just heading past the end of the tunnel. What we will see is this. We will see how beautifully they reinstated the cobblestones after digging up those original cobblestones to do the cabling, they redid it beautifully. They did it so beautifully that if, for example, I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would not have believed they could take those stones up so perfectly and relay them so perfectly. I'll show you in just a second. We know they took them up because there's a video from a couple of weeks ago on the channel, an update video here at Horse Guards, and there were two very large trenches that have been dug, ducts that have been dug on the floor. All looking lovely, gloriously serene here this morning. It's so wonderfully quiet. Okay, London is barely waking up. I was up super early today. Why? The early bird and all that, guys. Here we are through the tunnel, our glorious tunnel. One thing that you will notice before I'm sort of focused on the improvements, one thing you will notice is that everything, and I do mean everything, was jet washed. Okay, it was completely blasted. So the boxes, completely clean. The yard where the horses are and the stalls, also completely clean. Everything is absolutely sparkling. Remember the broken stable door, everybody? That time when there was a little bit of an accident and boom, somebody fell off when the horse fell. There it is, fixed. Okay, the hole at the bottom of the box is gone. They fixed it. Now, in terms of how clean it is, that's how clean it is, folks. Yep, got a few leaves, got a bit of dirt and dust. It was all completely jet washed. You can also see the cobblestones nearest to me have been relayed, reset, relayed. How can we see that? The mortar. You can still see the differences in the color, and the mortar is there as well. Okay, so completely cleaned. Yep, like completely. Other box. Ditto. Now luckily, because there's no guard here yet, ceremonial guard on duty that is, the tourists are not coming through the gates. Anyone's allowed to walk in or out. It's open. The place is now open to the public once again, but people are understandably a little bit like, what's in there? I get it. I wouldn't just march into a French military courtyard if I didn't know what it was for. So you can see how beautifully they've reloaded those cobblestones. Look at that. They did a great job actually of pulling them all up. Those are the originals. And if you can see along here, okay, this is where the ducts were. Those little trenches that they'd dug out for the cabling, for the optics, for the upgrade to the guard room, the security system. That upgrade is still ongoing, by the way. They're kind of working through it at the same time as being operational here. Now, there was talk last week of this place being closed for another week plus. As of last weekend, I was told it might well be the new year before it reopened. However, apparently the big boss, big chief, said, no, I want the guard back on duty for the new year. And hence, they decided, you know what, we will reopen it. We will have a ceremonial guard here. The horses will come back over today because the exterior work has been completed. Okay. Now that, I think, is the key. Why? Because that is the thing that affects the ability of the horses to come in and out of the gate, and critically, more importantly, having that out the way means that they don't need works access. Okay, works access to finish on the guard room is available through the back gate, meaning that everything can continue in the guard room unabated, undisturbed, etc. The upgrades and everything else, whilst the tourists are here, the horses are here, and everything else. Again, this is the other mini trench that was dug for the cabling, and look how well they reseated all of those cobblestones. I mean, yes, you can see there is a difference because you've still got the fresh mortar. A couple of weeks, it will have suitably aged and weathered, and will look just like everything else pretty much, i.e. ye olde Englandy. That's how it will look. See, notice this. They did a beautiful job, I think, actually, of putting those cobbles down. The pointing, the work they did with the pointing on the cobbles is impressive. For that loud person behind me. Yeah, they really did a good job with the pointing work. In fact, nice and clean. Yep. Anyways, folks, so that's it. Okay, that is Horse Guards reopen again. Alright? There is a guard here. There isn't the ceremonial guard. That will change as of later this morning at around 11 AM when the lifeguards ride over. They'll go past Buckingham Palace first, so if I manage to upload this video before that, and if you get to watch it, you know where to be if you would like to see the lifeguards before anyone else. Okay, that's where. Interesting sign here, and they haven't taken this down yet, but I dare say this will vanish today. All staff and booked-in contractors during site maintenance. Notice it says the maintenance was from the 4th to the 28th, and you know what? Classic British Army. They got it spot on with the timing, okay? Gotta love our armed forces. They did a super job of organising this maintenance in a place which is completely ridiculously busy, as we've seen pretty much every single day of the week. The boxes are looking very... I'd never even noticed, folks. I don't know whether or not that duct with cabling is brand new that's on the wall. I never noticed it before. Now, is that because everything was so dirty I didn't see it, or was that because they've just fitted it in? I really can't be sure. It's a huge 50-50 thing, to be honest. But the boxes are looking very, 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 very clean. They've really got all of that muck out of the crevices, etc. Massive upgrade in terms of the level of cleanliness in the boxes. Now, for some reason, ends up being a massive tourist group. Now, they're not coming in here, so 1 second, so I can actually hear myself talk. US or Canadian tour group. Okay, they're not coming in, which is good. So to the other box. Here we are. Now, the only thing I'm really shocked about, and I have to be honest, guys, is that we've been here now for roughly 10 minutes. And not a single person has walked through the box. I'm genuinely shocked, stunned almost, to be quite honest with you. But again, just like the other box, clean. You can see they've really, really, really power washed the side of those walls. In fact, they were grimy as hell. And again, that piping, I'm not sure, folks, I really don't remember it before, but then again, perhaps I wasn't paying attention. I need to look at old footage to know, but to me, to my eye, that looks, if not recent, brand new. It's a little bit too clean, unless it was so grimy before, I simply didn't notice. So overall, I would say a sterling job has been done. Now, I will offer my apologies to all of you that were hoping we would have some, a Disney fairy castle pink on the walls. It was funny reading a lot of your comments. Some people were writing that, hey, the place is old, it's dirty, it needs a lick of paint. Wait, hold on, what? How you can't? This kind of stone can't be painted. It doesn't work like that. The charm of this place, okay, the splendor, lies in the very fact that it is imperfect in every way. Okay, look at that. Okay, where else are you going to get effects like that, folks? Unchanged in the best part of 250 years. I personally think it's a very English thing. I know a lot of people won't get it. I think, hey, if it's got something to do with the palace, if it's related to royalty, if it's the official entrance, ceremonial entrance to Buckingham Palace, the royal quarter, St James's Palace, etc., Clarence House, then why on earth would you not want it to be sparkling clean? Why, people? Because that's not the way we do things here, okay? Take a trip to Windsor Castle, take a trip to pretty much any other royal residence, take a trip to any castle for that matter, and you know what? They're all like this. Why are they all like this? Because this is the way that we do it, okay? We like ye oldie, aged look, somewhat Shakespearean almost, not quite that old, but you get where I'm going with that. So I hope, everybody, that you all had a very relaxing holiday. I will be back here later today. I came out early, one, to make sure that I could show you this without a million people stepping all over it, and this will be the first footage you will have seen of the reopened and reappointed horse guards. But, and this is the key thing, I'm going to go and have breakfast. Why am I going to do that? Because that way I can upload this video, have something to eat, and get my what's back over here, hopefully, roughly, for around the same time as the new guard will arrive. Okay, and that will be the last guard of this year. Okay, the lifeguards have the final guard of 2023. From next week, the Blues will be back here. The Blues were here on Boxing Day, and they stayed here until Christmas morning. And then the lifeguards came and replaced them. That obviously was a few days ago now, hence the changeover yet again. Blues are here now. They will be leaving, and lifeguards will be arriving, riding over from Hyde Park Barracks, complete with our beloved horses, at some point this morning, folks. So there you have it, from a very gloriously quiet, completely deserted for the moment. Look, there's not even any traffic on the street. Horseguards. That, folks, is what I wanted to show you all. And as mentioned, I will be back later today, so you can expect a video at some point later this afternoon, early this evening, with some horses, some guards, and that one classic ingredient that we all know is vital to any good dish, tourist stupidity. Yeah, that's right, that will come as well. So there we have it, guys. It's just coming up to 9 a.m, would you believe? Yeah, I've definitely got time to grab a good bite to eat, upload this video, and get back here, hopefully at roughly the same time as the new guard. So there we have it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I know a lot of you will be thinking, oh my god, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, you know, they didn't build a bouncy castle. I can't believe the guards haven't got a swimming pool, a spa, a sauna. I can't believe there isn't a massage room, blah 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 blah. No, okay, again, this is a functioning military barracks. It isn't Disneyland. It's not a health club, and as such, strict army rules, guys. You know, very strict army rules. Everything has to be understated, but, and this is the absolute key word, as efficient as possible. And you know what? This place wouldn't have lasted as long as it has, were it not all of those things and an awful lot more. So from the tourists and I, they're not going to wave, are they? Come on, guys, wave, please. Nope. Damn it. I actually hired this group just to walk through there at the right moment, guys. Obviously, they didn't read the script properly, so they forgot the wave part. I'm going to have to deduct something from their wages now after that. I'm disgusted. Anyway, from myself and the lady with the pink rucksack over there, who's glued her nose to the wall because she loves this place so much. Bye for now, guys. And I'll be back a little bit later with the Kingsguard, the horses, and our favourites, the Taurons. Bye for now.